Good morning. Welcome to field number 2 here at the Palmasola Softball Complex. After a couple of days off for the 4th of July and a couple of hours to let the field dry, we are ready to play day number 18 of the FGCL, the final 3-game series of the regular season. First of 3 games here on field 2. We're starting things off with the Pioneers taking on the Anna Maria Aquanauts. I'm Tom Canterbury. Thank you so much for joining us here today for another day of action here in the FGCL. Here is the starting lineup for the Pioneers. They are 2-13 entering today's play. They are on a 7-game losing streak. They're currently in 12th place. They can get as high as 8th, depending on what happens here for the next 3 days before the playoffs get underway on Thursday. Head coach Erica Beach's lineup is Caitlin Ty, the shortstop, leading things off. Valerie Combs catching, batting second. Cindy Lamont, the second baseman, will bat third. Ella Dawson pitching, batting fourth. Maddie Baker, first baseman, batting fifth. Leah Sims, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Lillian Berry, the extra hitter, will bat seventh. Right fielder Jet Harrell bats eighth. Batting ninth is Haley Love, the center fielder, and Kendi Shea, the left fielder, will bat ninth. And they will face in the circle for the Aquanauts. Right-handed freshman. She was at Marshall this past year, has entered the transfer portal, and is heading to Howard. Aiko Conaway. Conaway on the year, making her 10th appearance for the Knots. She's pitched 28 innings with a 4-1 record, 12 runs allowed, 11 have been earned, a 2.75 ERA, 28 hits, 21 strikeouts, 2 walks, 107 the whip. As a team, the Aquanauts through 15 games has given up 67 runs, 63 have been earned for a 4.50 ERA and a 161 whip. Leading things off for the Nears is the shortstop, Caitlin Ty. Ty batting .417. She's 15 of 36. First pitch is high for ball 1, and we are underway. Ty scored 13 runs. She has 8 RBIs with a homer and 3 doubles, 6 walks, and a hit by pitch. 5.12 the OBP for Ty. Called strike there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Defensively for the Aquanauts, Schiller in left, McClellan in center, Thomas in right, Young at third, Pierre at short, Morrison at second, Scott at first, Belair behind the plate, Patterson and Ball, the DP and extra hitter. Checker swing did go too far around. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ty. 85 degrees at first pitch, partly cloudy skies. Nice breeze blowing in here on field 2. That just misses 2-2. Dealt with some rain on the 4th of July. Turned off nice toward the end of the day. Didn't rain much yesterday, but then it rained overnight, which is why we had to push things a little bit here today. After the rains force us to move the July 3rd games to Bradenton Christian, where we made up the suspended and postponed games from earlier on in the season. So everyone's played 15 games entering today here in the league. So we have a good outlook for what the playoffs are going to look like. Again, it's a 12-team single elimination playoffs. Top 4 seeds get a first round bye. Play the first round and the quarterfinals on Thursday, semifinals on Friday, and the championship will be Saturday. That hits the outside corner for a called strike 3. And Conaway gets the strikeout to start things off here in the top of the first inning. I'll bring up Valerie Combs. Combs batting .343, 12 of 35, 2 runs scored, 6 runs driven in with 4 doubles and 4 walks on the year. First pitch is a called strike. As a team, the Nears, through 15 games, have scored 85 runs. They have a .303 team batting average and a team on-base percentage sitting at .398. No balls, 2 strikes now on Combs. First of three here on field number 2 coming up. The Rodeo and the Squeeze, and the Skeeters and the Queens will wrap things up today. It's fouled off. Game 2 tomorrow between the Pioneers and the Aquanauts will be a 2:30 scheduled first pitch here on field 2. The Coastie Awards and the All-Star Game coming up on Wednesday. Two balls, two strikes. That's grounded foul. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Over on field number 1, it's the River Mocs and the Sea Cows getting the day started. Followed by the Impact and Circus, and then the Fins and the Slice. Two high and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Second straight batter that has gone full here to start off the game. Payoff pitch. Back up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Combs takes that one past a diving Morrison at second. And that's a leadoff a 1-out single for Valerie Combs. And Kenny Shea is going to come out to run as a courtesy for Valerie Combs. That will bring up Sydney Lamont. First pitch, a strike. Lamont batting .413. She's 19 of 46. 15 runs scored, 18 runs driven in. 8 home runs, tied for the team, the league lead with 5 doubles and 4 walks. The OPS sitting over 150 as that one's fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. Standings entering play today. The Squeeze are in first place, 1 game ahead of the Queens in second, and 2 games ahead of the Knots in third. Slice and the Impact tied in 4th place at 9 and 6, with the Rodeo and 6 at 7 and 8. River Mocs, 1 behind them, in 7th at 7 and 8. Sea Cows, Skeeters, and Fins all tied for 8th at 5 and 10. The Circus at 4 and 11, and the Nears at 2 and 13. So like I said, everyone's played the same number of games entering play today, so everyone kind of knows what they have to do to get the seed they want in the postseason. Top 4 getting that bye, and then if you're 5 through 8, you know who you'd be playing in the first, in the quarterfinal round. There's always somebody that makes a run from the bottom four. We'll see who it is this year. Lamont fouls off the change. Here comes Ryan Moore, the director of the FGCL, going to tamp down the landing area for the pitchers. That's the most important part of the infield when it gets as wetted as it's been here the last few days. Have a clean landing spot for the pitchers. All right, now we're ready. 1 ball, 2 strikes on City Lamont. Runner on first here in the top of the first inning. High inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Third straight batter with a full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got her the curveball low and away, and there's 2 on. That will bring up the pitcher, Ella Dawson. Dawson batting .359, 14 of 39 with 9 runs scored, 13 runs driven in, has 2 homers, 4 doubles, and a walk. Down the count 0-2. Ground ball to third. Stop made by Young. The throw's there, and that'll do it for the Nears here in the first. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. And 1 left. We played a half inning. Nears nothing. Knott's coming to bat. This is the FGCL. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Here is the starting lineup for the Anna Maria Aquanauts. They are 11 and 4 on a one-game losing streak entering today's play. They're in third place. They can get as high as first. They can fall as far as sixth, depending on what happens here the next 3 days. Under head coach Bryn Baca, the starting lineup. Jada Thomas, the right fielder, leading things off with Cassie McClellan, center field, batting second. Catching, batting third, McKenna Belair. Caroline Patterson, designated player, bats fourth. Sydney Schiller, left field, bats fifth. Elena Ball, the extra hitter, will bat sixth, batting seventh. Gracie Scott, the first baseman. Emily Borison, the second baseman, will bat eighth. Batting ninth is Karis Pierce, shortstop. And Skylar Young, third base, batting 10th. They're facing in the circle for the Nears, the right-handed freshman out of New Mexico, Ella Dawson. Thomas steps in. The first pitch is a called strike. Dawson making her 12th appearance in the circle for the Pioneers. She's pitched 24 in a third innings with a 2-4 record. 36 runs allowed, 27 earned, a 7.77 ERA, 31 hits, 21 strikeouts to 33 walks, a 2.63 whip. As a team, the Nears, through 15 games, they've given up 154 runs, 119 have been earned, and 8.47 ERA, and a team whip sitting at 2.45. Jada Thomas leading things off, batting .290, 9 of 31, 9 runs scored, 6 runs driven in with a homer, 2 doubles, 6 walks, and she's been hit 3 times. Ground ball, that's off the third baseman's glove. Shortstop has it, and that throw is high. Yeah, so that's going to be an error. Be an E5 on the field because by the time Ty got it and threw it away, batter had reached, so the error on the original fielding. So Thomas reaches on the error, which has been a problem for the Nears this season. As Cassie McClellan will now be the batter. First pitch to her is a called strike. McClellan batting .409, 18 of 44. She scored 13 times. She's had 12 RBIs with 4 homers, a double, and 8 walks. Puts that bunt down. Fielded at third, and now Thomas is heading towards third, and it's going to caught between second and third. Caught in a pickle. Lamont will apply the tag on the backside just before Thomas got to third base. So McClellan gets the sacrifice because it got her to second, but then Sims smartly didn't throw it. Got Thomas caught between second and third, and the tag was applied. McClellan now on second with 1 away. First pitch to her, bounces away for the wild pitch. McKenna Belair is the batter. Runner on third now with a 1-0 count and 1 out. Belair batting .517. She's 15 of 29 with 7 runs scored. Leads the team with 17 RBIs, 3 homers, 5 doubles, and 6 walks. A 600 OBP for Belair. As a team, the Aquanauts through 15 games have scored 96 runs. Team batting average at .310 and a team on base percentage at .421. That one is skied to left. Shea will make the catch, and there will not be a tag. So now 2 outs with the runner on third. Knott's trying to strike first here in the home half of the first inning. Caroline Patterson, the batter. Patterson batting .318, 14 of 44, 14 runs scored, 11 RBIs. 4 homers, a triple, and 4 doubles. 8 walks. The LBP sitting at 423. Defensively for the Nears, Shea in left, Love in center, Harold in right. Sims at third, Ty at short. Lamont at second, Baker at first with Combs behind the plate. And Barry, the DP. 1 ball, 1 strike. Over on field 1, they're in the top of the second. No score between the River Mocs and the Sea Cows. Which of the 6 series to end the regular season for these 12 teams, the Sea Cows and the River Mocs are the closest in the standings to each other, starting off play here on Sunday. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. And the Knots strand a runner on third here in the bottom of the first inning. For the Aquanauts here in the first, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We head to the second, no score. This is the FGCL. We head to the second inning, 0-0 between the Pioneers and the Aquanauts. Housekeeping in the bottom of the first inning. A single has been awarded to Cassie McClellan, so there was no runs on a hit, 1 error, and 1 left. As we head to the second, Maddie Baker will lead things off. Baker batting .483. She's 14 to 29. Grounds that one foul for strike 1. Five runs scored with 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, 7 walks on the season for Baker. So LBP at .583. Ground ball back, and that's snagged by Conaway in the circle, stealing a base hit away, and there's one away. For the third baseman, Leah Sims. Sims batting .208. She's 5 of 24 with a run scored and an RBI. 5 walks on the season. This pitch is low for ball 1. Aiko Conaway in the circle for the Aquanauts, a freshman at Marshall this past season. Entered the transfer portal and is headed to Howard. from Haymarket, Virginia. She was the Virginia High School League's Class 6 Player of the Year coming out of high school. Had one appearance against Oklahoma for Marshalls. That one's grounded, and that one will get through on an E5. Young was there, and it kind of took a left turn on her. So both teams now with an error in the ball game. The Nears arrow did not prove costly. We'll see what happens with the Knots error here. One out runner on first for the extra player, Lillian Berry. First pitch is a called strike. Berry batting 111. She's 2 of 18 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Has a double. 4 walks. Pops this one up, and it's going to be caught with a nice over-the-shoulder catch by Borison from second. And there's 2 gone. Chet Harrell now the batter with 2 outs. Harrell batting 222, 8 of 36, 11 runs scored, has an RBI and a double. A walk, and she's been hit 3 times this season. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Belair throws down, but back in time is Sims. Conaway looks in. The 0-2 pitch. Waited for it, fouled it off. Over on field 1, 2-0 Rivermocs as they move to the bottom of the second. Over the Sea Cows. Came inside, got away momentarily, but runner stayed at first, and the count's now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back to Conaway, that's off her leg, and that is going to be an infield single for Harrell. Put runners now on first and second. We'll check to make sure that Conaway is all right. He says she's okay, but is asking for another tap down of the circle. Her next pitch will be her 40th of the game already as we play here in the second inning. Haley Love will be the batter. Love is 3 of 30 on the year with 5 runs scored and 4 walks. Chance for her here. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. First pitch is a ball. Fouls that one off at the plate. Count moves 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. No score in the top of the second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Conaway gets the strikeout to end the inning, stranding a couple of nears. For the Pioneers here in the second, no runs on the hit. There was 1 error and 2 runners left. We move to the bottom of the second, still 0-0. This is the FGCL. Zero zeros. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Schiller, Ball, and Scott due up for the Knots against Ella Dawson back out for her second inning of work. Dawson, the freshman at New Mexico from Aldie, Virginia. First pitch, low and away for ball 1 to Sydney Schiller. As Dawson saw limited action in the circle for the Lobos in her freshman campaign. Look to be more in the rotation in 2026. 2 balls and no strikes on Schiller. Schiller batting 185, 5 of 27 with 6 runs scored, 4 RBIs. Has 5 walks and a sac fly. And is heading the count 3-0. Had several deep counts for both pitchers here in this game, but no walks issued. Dawson trying to keep that the case, but won't be able to. That's ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Schiller. We'll bring up the extra hitter, Elena Ball. Ball batting 353, 12 of 34, with 7 runs scored, 5 runs driven in. Has a couple of triples, a double, and 7 walks, along with a sac fly on the season. Ground ball, and that is foul. Touch just foul by Sims at third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Blown away. Runner was going with the pitch and sliding in safely with a stolen base to Schiller. Picked the right pitch to go on there. 2-1 is right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Ground ball to short. Ty makes a stop in the throw. Runner moves to third, and there's 1 away. And bring Gracie Scott to the plate. Runner on third, where the Knots had a runner stranded last inning, and the first pitch is right in there for a strike. Scott, 3 of 24 on the year, with 6 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, has a homer, and 8 walks. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Scott down on 3 straight pitches, and there's 2 gone. For the second baseman, Emily Borison. Borison batting .259. She's 7 of 27. 5 runs scored, 9 RBIs, a homer, 3 doubles, and 4 walks. This one's popped up on the infield. Ty at short's underneath it. She'll make the catch for out number 3. And for the second straight inning, the Aquanauts strand a runner on third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left here in the second. Still scoreless. This is the FGCL. We head to the third, still scoreless between the Pioneers and the Aquanauts. 2 up for the Pioneers here in the third. It'll be Shea, Ty, and Combs. 10-1-2. Aiko Conaway back out for her third inning of work. First pitch to Shea is low for ball 1. Shea is 6-29 on the season for a 207 average. 7 runs scored with 5 RBIs, has a homer, and 7 walks. That one's line to left for a leadoff single. First time today that the Nears have gotten the leadoff man on. So Shea leads off the inning with a single, back to the top of the order, and Caitlin Ty. She struck out looking her first time. Ty, a sophomore at Western Michigan in 2025 and has entered the transfer portal. Lines that one through for a base hit opposite way. And that's back-to-back singles to start things off for the Nears here in the third. 4 hits for the Pioneers. No runs as of yet, and Valerie Combs will be the batter. She had one of those singles back in the first. Sophomore at Georgia Southern this past season. She transferred to Georgia Southern from Western Illinois. First pitch, squares around to bunt and gets it down right in front of home plate. Throwing down, and the out is recorded. So Combs gets a sacrifice. One out, now both runners in scoring position for Sidney Lamont. Lamont struck out her first time. First pitch is fouled away. Lamont, a sophomore at Green Bay this past year from Burnsville, Minnesota. Was 22 of 95 for a 232 average for the Phoenix. 17 RBIs with 2 homers, 6 doubles, and 10 runs scored. Has showed off the power here this year in the FGCL. No balls, 2 strikes. Another 0-2. Went too far around on the check swing, got it with a rise, and there's 2 away. So after the strikeout, 2 outs, runners on second and third for Ella Dawson. Dawson grounded out her first time. Freshman year at New Mexico, she batted .213, 10 of 47, with 12 RBIs, had 3 homers, and 5 runs scored. Holds off on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. came in too high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one stayed too high, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full counts have been the order of the day at the plate for the Pioneers. Trying to cash in on one. Pay off. Swung on and missed. 4 strike 3. And 2 big strikeouts with 2 runners in scoring position for Aquanauts. Keep the Nears off the board. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the third, still 0-0 between the Aquanauts and the Pioneers. This is the FGCL. Karis Pierce leading things off for the Aquanauts. So we start at the bottom of the third, still 0-0. First pitch to Pierce is high for ball 1. Pierce batting .250. 9 of 36, 8 runs scored, 6 runs driven in, has a homer, 2 doubles, 4 walks, and she's been hit 5 times this season. And she's facing a new pitcher for the Pioneers. Ella Dawson went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs. Struck out 2 and walked 1. Now it's Bailey Davis. Called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Davis making her 12th appearance in the circle for the Pioneers. She's pitched 22 and 2/3 innings. With an 0-2 record, 21 runs allowed, 20 have been earned, a 6.18 ERA with 24 hits, 14 strikeouts to 15 walks, a 172 whip for Erica Beach's squad. Counts now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got her on 1 in the dirt. And there's 1 away now. For the third baseman, Skylar Young. Young hitting 194. She's 7 of 36 with 5 runs scored, 5 runs driven in, a double, and 4 walks with a sac fly on the season. Not Lamont trying to get something going offensively here. First pitch. Outside for ball 1. Brent Baca is the head coach of the Aquanauts. Two-time all-conference player at Lamar. Head coach at Tallahassee State College. She was an assistant coach at Stephen F. Austin before then. Second-year head coach of the Aquanauts. Ground ball to second. Eats up Lamont. And reaching first on the 4 is Skylar Young. So Young reaches on the second error of the game by the Pioneers, and that will bring up Jada Thomas, who reached on an error her first time. First pitch is a strike. Thomas from Wesley Chapel, Florida, finished up her high school career, headed to Jacksonville to be a freshman in 2026, and that one comes in and that hits her. So hit by pitch puts runners now on first and second with one away. And that will bring up the center fielder, Cassie McClellan, who reached on a bunt single her first time up. McClellan, a sophomore at the University of Florida from out here in Bradenton and Lakewood Ranch. First pitch is high for ball 1. She was the Florida 7A Player of the Year. That one's fouled off. For the Gators, this past year, batted .238. She was 5 of 21, 6 RBIs with a homer and a double, along with 5 runs scored. Called strike. They throw back down to first, but Thomas is back in time. A ball and 2 strikes now on McClellan. Both teams have had traffic on the base paths in this game, but they have not been able to get a run scratched across as of yet. Grounded, that's through for a base hit into right field. The throw in from right is not going to be in time. And that's an RBI single for Cassie McClellan, and the Aquanauts have a 1-0 lead. Thomas ends up on third, McClellan on first with the RBI. Young came in to score. And the unearned runs continue to be a problem for the Pioneers as they allow another one here in the bottom of the third, and the Aquanauts take a 1-0 lead. And the Knots looking for more with runners on first and third and 1 out. And McKenna Belair, the team's RBI leader, stepping to the plate. Belair, a freshman at Florida in 2025 from Land O'Lakes into the transfer portal and is staying in the conference. She's heading to Ole Miss. First pitch is a called strike. They throw down and coming back, but the throw's offline, and that'll be a successful double steal for the Aquanauts, and it's now 2-0. Two nothing now with a runner on second. Pioneers had the defense ready for that possible double steal. The throws just took a little too long, and Thomas beat it out for the stolen base. And this is the first of three here on field 2. Belair grounds that one to third. Ty has it, makes the throw. For the second out of the inning, runner moves to third. That brings up Caroline Patterson. She struck out her first time up. Swings and misses at the off-speed. Coming up next, approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll have the rodeo and the squeeze. This rodeo team still has a chance to get into the top 4, and the squeeze, who are trying to clinch the overall #1 seed in the regular season championship. Squeeze team who historically has made runs in the playoffs. They played in 4 championship games, but they have yet to win one. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Patterson down on strikes for the second time today to end the inning. But the Aquanauts take the lead here in the third as they get 2 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 left. We played 3, 2-0 Aquanauts. This is the FGCL. We head to the top of the fourth inning. Aquanauts with a 2-0 lead. Maddie Baker leading things off for the Nears. Takes the first pitch for ball one. Aiko Conaway back out for her fourth inning in the circle. Couple of defensive changes for the Knots. Ball now in left, Schiller now in right, and Flores now at second. Two balls, no strikes. Conaway through 3 innings. She's given up no runs on 4 hits. She struck out 5 and has not walked a batter. Follow the FGCL on YouTube. New video dropped this morning. Myself, Gray Robertson, Director of Broadcasting here for the FGCL, discussing this week in the FGCL. We discussed a lot of the teams and their prospects in the playoffs coming up. Talked about the Aquanauts and the 1-2 punch in the circle of Conaway and Cameron Ponich. It's one of the reasons why the Knots have to be one of the favorites. But a leadoff walk issued to Maddie Baker will now bring up Leah Sims. She reached on error her first time. Freshman at Rutgers fouls that one back. Only got 1 at bat, scored a run for the Scarlet Knights this past year. One of 5 kids, and her 4 siblings are all brothers. Steps back in, no balls and 2 strikes. That just misses, a ball and 2 strikes. That one's grounded to third. Charging in, the stop and the throw from Young is in time. They try to catch Baker too far around second, but she's back. The ground out moves runner to second. There's one away. So 1 out, 1 on for the extra hitter, Lillian Berry. She popped out her first time. Berry, a redshirt sophomore at Charlotte this past year. She transferred there from North Alabama after starting her career at Penn State. Berry was 2 of 15 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored for the 49ers this year. Berry swings and misses. No, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barry takes this one to center, and that's over McClellan's head. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Baker will round third. She'll come in to score. And the RBI double by Lillian Barry pulls the Nears within one. It's now 2-1 Aquanauts. So Baker comes in to score, and that might force the outfield for the Aquanauts to play a little bit deeper. Jet Harold now the batter. First pitch to her, fouled away. 4-1. Over on field one, they're in the bottom of the fourth. The River Mocs have now opened up a 4-0 lead over the Sea Cows. That one's taken to right, and that is going to slice just foul. Harrell, a redshirt junior at UTSA in 2025. From Clarksdale, Mississippi. She transferred to UTSA from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Redshirted this past season, coming back from injury. Harold takes that to right, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Barry will round third and stay there. Harold now will take second and will be tagged out. So a single for Harold, and she's thrown out trying for second. Erica Beach comes over and asks the umpires to discuss something. And the call is going to be upheld. Haley Love now the batter, runner on third, 2 outs. First pitch is right in there for a strike, and diving back in safely at third is Barry. Belair tried to cut her down. Love struck out her first time. Conaway looks in. Jammed her, but she fouled it off. We'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is outside. Barry's back in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That is the pitch that Conaway got Love to chase on for the strikeout the first time up. So the freshman from Georgia Highlands in the transfer portal held off that time. And not there. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that'll do it for the Pioneers in the 4th. But the Pioneers get on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-1 Aquanauts. This is the FGCL. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Aquanauts with a 2-1 lead over the Pioneers. Sydney Schiller leads off the bottom of the 4th with an opposite way single. And the Knots have a runner on. We'll start things off here in the 4th. Schiller's now been on twice. And that will bring up the extra hitter, Elena Ball. Schiller takes off, and she will avoid the tag on the steal attempt. And Schiller steals her 2nd stolen base of the day. That one bounces in, and that caught our home plate umpire, but he's tough. He says he's all right. So wild pitch puts the runner to third. 2-0 count on ball. And the Nears are going to make a change in the circle. As Caprice Barella will enter the game, replacing Bailey Davis. Davis, in her last warm-up pitch, fell to the ground, may have rolled her ankle. So on the day, Davis goes an inning, gave up 2 hits and 1 unearned run with a strikeout, 2 strikeouts, excuse me, and a hit by pitch. Is responsible for the runner on third base. Caprice Barella making her 10th appearance in the circle. She's pitched 25 2/3 innings with an 0-2 record. 25 runs, 21 have been earned for a 5.73 ERA, 37 hits, 35 strikeouts, 14 walks. The whip sits at 199. 2 balls and a strike now on ball. The freshman out of New Mexico. Schiller will take off as that one's to the backstop, and she'll slide in safely. So a single, a stolen base, and 2 wild pitches gives the Aquanauts a 3-1 lead. Ball, a junior at Pitt this past year. She's transferred to Pittsburgh from George Mason. Was 2 of 30 with an RBI, a double, and 8 runs scored for the Panthers this past year. Draws the walk. That brings up the first baseman, Gracie Scott. Scott struck out her first time. Lines that opposite way through for a base hit. So runners now on first and second, still nobody out. Knots have gotten the run back and are looking to extend the lead here. First pitch fouled away by Gracie Flores, getting her first at-bat of the day. She came as a defensive replacement for Emily Borison excuse me, last inning. Flores batting .316, 12 of 38, 9 runs scored, 5 RBIs, has a couple of doubles, 3 walks, and 3 hit by pitches. And the wild pitch will move both runners up. Now it sits at 2-2. Payoff pitch. That's the ground ball to third. Sims looks back. The runner throws to first. So now 1 out. 2 on. Karis Pierce will be the batter. She struck out her first time. Freshman at USF from Crystal Beach, Florida. Bounces away, but the runners stay where they are. At South Florida this past year, Pierce was 32 of 101, batted .317, 23 RBIs, 3 homers, a triple, 5 doubles, and scored 17 runs. The 1-1. Low and away, 2 balls and a strike. Floats in for a called strike. The count's full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Another, because this is the second straight batter that has gone full with Barella. That one's in the dirt for ball 4. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. For the 10-hole hitter, Skylar Young. Reshawn Aaron scored last inning. Did Young. Freshman at North Carolina. Was 3 of 12 for the Tar Heels this past season with a .250 average. Scored 9 runs. Fouled that one off. No balls, 2 strikes. Went too far around on the check swing. For strike 3. And there's 2 out. Back to top of the order, and Jada Thomas. She is 0 for 1. Reshawn Aaron in the first was hit by a pitch and scored in the third. Chance for her here to really open this one up. Bases loaded, 2 out. First pitch was high and away for ball 1. Three, the count. Nowhere to put her. That one found the zone. 3-1. Fouled that one away, and the count's now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Burrell looks in, and the payout to Thomas. Hits the inside corner for a called strike 3. And Caprice Barella strands 3 knots on the base paths here in the 4th. For the Aquanauts in the 4th inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We've played 4. It's 3-1 Aquanauts. This is the FGCL. First pitch is inside for ball 1 as we open up play here in the 5th inning. 3-1 Aquanauts with the lead. Kendi Shea is the batter. She singled her first time. Facing a new pitcher for the Aquanauts. As Timber Harris is now in the circle, replacing Aiko Conaway. Conaway went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits and 1 run it was earned. She walked 1, struck out 6. Timber Harris making her 12th appearance for the Knots. She's pitched 25 and 2/3 innings with a 1-3 record. 32 runs allowed, 30 have been earned. 181 the ERA. 35 hits, 25 strikeouts, and 39 walks. That one's taken to right, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Lead off opposite way single for Kennedy Shea. She's now 2 for 2 on the day. And the Nears looking to answer back. Down by 2. And that will bring up Caprice Barella, offensively replacing Caitlin Ty. First pitch misses for ball 1. Barella batting .423. She's 11 of 26. 3 runs scored, 4 runs driven in. Has a walk. All 11 of her hits have been singles. 2 balls, no strikes. Other defensive changes for the Aquanauts. Patterson is now behind the plate, and Belair moves to first. Harris, a freshman out of Georgia Tech. Pitched 3 innings for the Yellow Jackets in her freshman year with a .467 ERA. And that's a 4-pitch walk, and runners now on first and second with nobody out. Here in the top of the 5th. And Ty will courtesy run for the pitcher Barella. And Valerie Combs will be the batter. She's 1 for 1. Singled in the first and laid down a sacrifice bunt in the third. First pitch fouled away. We got the rodeo and the first place squeeze coming up next. Roughly 30 minutes following the conclusion of this one, as we were an hour and a half delayed getting started here today. Day 18 of the FGCL. Fly ball to left. Ball will make the catch. One out now. Runners on first and second for City Lamont. Lamont 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. Lamont tied for the league lead in homers entering today. Certainly has capability to give the Nears a lead with 1 swing of the bat. Down the count 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lamont goes down on strikes for the 3rd time today. And there's now 2 outs. Runners on first and second. And the batter for the first time today will be Gabby Evans. Evans 8 of 28, or a .286 average. 3 runs scored, 4 runs driven in, has a homer, a double, 7 walks, and a hit by pitch on the year. Takes a strike, no balls, 2 strikes. After struggling early in the inning, Harris has come back to find the strike zone here the last couple of batters. Back-to-back 3-pitch strikeouts in the inning. And Strand 2 nears on the base paths. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We stretch here on field 2. It's 3-1. Aquanauts with the lead. This is the FGCL. First pitch to Cassie McClellan is inside for ball 1. McClellan 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of singles and an RBI. 3-1. Aquanauts with the lead as we play here in the bottom of the 5th. Barella in the circle for her second inning of relief, first full. And some dirt fly up into her eye. They're on the top of the 6th. Over on field 1, the Rivermocks have taken a 7-2 lead over the Sea Cows. Defensively for the Nears, Dawson now in left, Love in center, Harrell in right. With Ty at third, Shea at short, Lamont at second, Baker at first, and Evans is the new catcher. The walk is issued. So McClellan reaches for the 3rd time today. And now we'll bring up McKenna Belair. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. That one's a fly ball to right. Harrell is there. She'll make the catch. No tag, and there's one away. It's a big first out of the inning for the Pioneers. Quiet out for Belair. And that'll bring up Caroline Patterson, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Fouled off of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to third. They'll throw to second, and Lamont can't make the catch, and taking third will be McClellan. So a fielder's choice for Patterson, and an E4 moves McClellan to third. Third error of the game for the Pioneers, and it could prove costly now. Those runners are on the corners with 1 away. For Sidney Schiller, who is 1 for 1, walked in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. Aquanauts trying to add to their 3-1 lead as we play here in the home half of the 5th inning. First pitch, strike 1. Schiller, like her teammate on the Aquanauts, McKenna Belair, entered the transfer portal this year and is heading to Oxford in the Ole Miss Rebels. That one's outside, 1-1. Schiller coming from Texas Tech. Belair from Florida. Popped up, and that will fall up against the backstop, foul. That one comes in too high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A little bit too far outside. The count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brella looks in now. She's ready. And the payoff pitch to Schiller. Fly ball. Deep second. Now ranging over is the shortstop. Shea will make the catch, and there's 2 away. So now 2 out runners on the corners for Elena Ball. She's 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. fly ball, foul ground, left-hand side, and that's going to fall foul. Nice effort from Dawson, but she couldn't quite get there in time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Called strike 3. Strikeout strands a couple of runners for the Knots, and they can't add to their lead here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. We played 5, 3-1 Aquanauts. This is the FGCL. Maddie Baker leading things off for the Pioneers here in the top of the 6th. They trail 3-1. First pitch is a called strike. Baker's 0 for 1 with a ground out, a walk, and a run scored. Aquanauts have threatened to make it a much bigger lead than it currently is, but the Nears have done a good job pitching their way out of danger. That pitch is a fly ball to right. Schiller makes the catch, and there's 1 away. So the Pioneers have given themselves a chance, but running out of outs here as we play in the top of the 6th inning. Leah Sims, the batter, 0 for 2, reached on an error back in the 2nd. A ground out in the 4th. First pitch, a strike. Foul tipped in the glove. Caught for strike 3, and there's 2 away. Timber Harris trying to get the first 1-2-3 inning pitched by either pitcher in this game. Lillian Barry will be the batter. 1 for 2 with an RBI double. First pitch misses. Low and inside for ball 1. The 3-1. Outside for ball 4, and Harris will not be able to get that 1-2-3 inning as she issues a 2-out walk to Lillian Barry. That will bring up Jet Harrell. She's 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of singles. Takes first pitch for a strike. Harrell fouls that one away. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Harrell down on strikes, and that'll do it for the Pioneers here in the 6th. 2-out walk does nothing offensively for the Pioneers. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Aquanauts. This is the FTCL. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Aquanauts with the lead. Gracie Scott leading things off for the Knots. She's 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch is low for ball 1. Third inning for Caprice Barella. Infield shifting around. The Mott now at third, Ty at short, Baker at second, and Sims at first. Evans still behind the plate. Hall now in left, Dawson in center, Harrell in right. Fouled off, 2-1. Over on field 1, they're heading to the bottom of the 7th. The Rivermocks now with a 9-2 lead over the Sea Cows. Three one, swung on and missed. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Scott down on strikes. There's 1 gone. For Gracie Flores, her second at bat of the day. She grounded out her first time up in the 4th. Popped up. Catch made by Baker, and there's 2 gone. We'll bring up shortstop, Kara Spears. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. First pitch, strike 1. Now this time it's going to be Caprice Barella for the Pioneers trying to get the first 1-2-3 inning. Had the count 0-2. That one is fouled away. Pierce fouls that one back, stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, that 1-2 comes in. That got her on the right side, and Pierce is down. And obvious pain. Gonna walk that one off. That got her on the ribs. Umbrella comes to check on her as well. She says she's all right. But man, that's definitely a painful way to get to first base for Pierce. Now Skylar Young to the plate, runner on first, 2 out. Young's 0 for 2, reached on air and scored back in the third. It has gone final over on Field 1. The River Mocs knock off the Sea Cows 9-2 in the first game of their 3-game series. Impact and the Circus coming up next over on Field 1. Fly ball to left. Catch is made, and that'll do it for the Knots here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the 7th, the last chance for the Nears. 3-1, Aquanauts with the lead. This is the FGCL. We head to the 7th inning, the last chance for the Pioneers. It's 3-1 Aquanauts. Gwen Hall will get her first at-bat to lead things off here in the 7th. Hall batting .241, 7 of 29 with 6 runs scored, 5 RBIs, has a double, 6 walks, and 2 hit by pitches on the year. Base runners is what the Pioneers need. First pitch, a fly ball. McClellan is there for out number 1. And they'll bring up Kennedy Shea. Shea 2 for 2 on the day with a couple of singles. Two high and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got it with a rise, and the Nears are down to their final out. Caprice Barella, the last chance for the Pioneers. She walked her first time up. First pitch is a strike. Needs to reach to keep this game going and give the Pioneers a chance to bring the tying run to the plate here in the 7th. Two, 1. 3 balls and a strike now for Barella. Barella slaps that one. It's foul at the plate. And the Pioneers down to their final strike. That comes in low for ball 4, and the Nears will bring the tying run to the plate here in the top of the 7th. And that will bring up Valerie Combs. We'll have the courtesy runner. Ty coming in to run for Barella. First pitch to Combs is popped up on the infield, first base side, ranging over and making the catch is Flores for out number 3 to end the inning and end the game for the Pioneers here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Your final score: Aquanauts 3, Pioneers 1. with the win. The Aquanauts improve to 12-4, and the Pioneers fall to 2-14. The Aquanauts get 3 runs on 4 hits. They committed 1 error, and they left 9 on. For the Neers, 1 run on 7 hits. They committed 3 errors, and they left 10 runners on. Once again, your final score: Aquanauts 3, Pioneers 1. Coming up next here on field number 2, the second game of the day will feature the rodeo and the squeeze that's coming up in approximately 30 minutes. Until then, I'm Tom Canterbury. This is the FGCL.